difference between them. Yeah.
We integrated the difference between them.
Yeah, so to figure out the area between two curves, we just find out which one is the top curve and which one is bottom curve, right? So we just subtracted bottom from top, and we integrate that new function within the given limit, right? So the same ideology is applicable here to figure out the volume between two surface, but the main thing is setup, how to set up the integral, right? So before that, I would like to put up one question on the polar coordinates that we just practiced in the previous session. Okay, so the question is, the region is defined as x square plus y square is equal to 4, x square plus y square is equal to 2y in quadrant 1. Okay, so your region is bound by these two curve in quadrant 1. Okay, so you just set up the integral. Can you set up this integral? What is your first approach to set up this integral? What is our first approach?
Rough sketch, right?
Yeah, we'll draw these curves.
Yeah.
So what is this? X square plus y square is equal to 4. What type of curve is this?
Circle radius 2.
Yes, circle
Circle
radius 2.
radius 2.
What about this? X square plus y square is equal to 2y. What is that?
So I think I got it.
Show me your
Is
diagram.
it 1 minus? No, I didn't do it with the diagram.
Okay, so what is this? Did you figure out what is
I
this?
directly did it. 1 minus 2 r sine theta.
1 minus 2 r sine theta. What is what you are talking like? What is that?
I'm using the this thing, the polar coordinate system.
No, see, first of all, what
So
we have
like
to do,
x is
see, first of all, we have to draw the region,
is
right?
Yeah.
First of all, we have to draw the region, right? So this first, this x square plus y square is equal to 4 is circle whose radius is 4, center at 0, 0.
Yeah.
Right? So let's draw that.
The cylinder.
So radius is 2. Let's say this is the radius. This is 2, 1. Okay, 2, 2. So like, we want everything in quadrant 1. What is showing up? What is that? That circle, part of the circle.
This one.
And what is red line?
This is the cylinder. Cylinder. So like that. This is 2, 0, and this red line is the cylinder. So
Okay.
it goes behind. It is between origin and that.
So that red line is basically what you're referring to, this equation, x square plus y square is equal to 2y.
Yeah, it's 2 red line.
Okay, let's see, let's check it out. Okay, so this is the first, the graph of the first equation, which is the circle x square plus y square is equal to 4, right, whose radius is 2. So how do we represent x square plus y square is equal to 4 in polar form?
R square is equal to
R square is equal to 4, so R is equal to 2,
R.
right?
Hmm.
Now let's
Yeah.
talk about the second equation. The second equation is x square plus y square is equal to 2y. You find difficulty to figure out what shape of this equation is, right? What is this, Sean? Did you figure out?
Yeah, cylinder, right?
Cylinder. Okay. So
I
see,
mean, you showed up.
okay. So x square plus y square minus 2y is equal to 0. Can we do this?
Yeah.
So x square plus y square minus 2y plus 1 is equal to plus 1. What did I do here? I just complete the square for y, right? Y square minus 2y plus 1 is the complete square now. So that is x square plus y minus 1 the whole square is equal to 1. What is this now?
Oh, it's a circle which is not at origin, like
So
0, 1.
yeah,
It's centered
a
around 0,
circle whose
1
center is at 0, 1. Fine.
of radius 1.
Of radius 1. Did you understand this? This is the circle
Yeah.
whose center is at 0, 1 and radius is equal to 1. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So where is 0, 1? 0, 1 is here. Now we have to draw the circle in quadrant 1. Okay. So 0, 1. This
Yeah.
is 1. So your circle is this, right?
Yeah.
Now can we find out the polar equation of that? So here, what is x square plus y square? Whenever we see x square plus y square, what we do? That will be replaced by r square, right?
Yeah.
What is x in polar? What is y in polar?
X is R cos theta, Y is R sin
R
theta.
sin
R
theta,
sign.
right? So x square plus y square is equal to r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta, right? So as soon as you see x
Yeah.
square plus y square, you directly write r square instead of that. So r square minus, what is y?
2R sin theta.
2 y is r sin
R
theta.
sin
So 2 r sin theta
Yeah.
is equal to 0. So r will cancel out. So the equation of the given circle in polar form is r is equal to 2 sine theta. Please verify if you understood this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is r is equal to 2 sine theta, and here r is equal to 2, right? Now we'll set up the double integral here. The double integral can be set up by providing the limit of outer and inner integral, right? What should I write here after f of r comma theta? What should I write?
Outer is 0, 0 to 2, right?
No, what should I write here? dr d theta.
dr and then d theta. Dr d.
Any mistake? Did I skip anything?
Oh, you have to multiply r. You have to multiply r also.
Yes. So that should be r dr d theta. Okay. Never forget r, because dA is equal to r dr d theta. It's not simply dr d theta. Remember? Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the limit of the inner integral? For what? That should be for theta, or that should be for r? What should I write here? R is equal to
R,
or
right?
theta is equal to?
R is equal to.
R is equal to. Okay. Now how would we decide what is the lower limit and the upper limit of? So did you like understand what is the region here? We have not shaded the region here. What is our region?
X is equal to 0 and that curve. So, and the red curve.
Is it between
Between
y
X is equal
axis
to 0 and the red
and
curve.
orange curve, or between orange and green curve?
Between orange and green curve. Yeah.
Does that make sense to you properly? Like, are you getting that, Mano?
Yeah.
You were saying like it is between
Yeah.
y axis and orange something kind of. Did you understand that our region is between
Yeah.
orange and green? Because the region is bounded by x square plus y square is equal to 4. Okay, so that is that curve
And that.
and that. So the region bounded between orange and green, right? So that is our region.
So it is always, right?
Sorry?
It is always between the two. So for any question, it will always be between the two.
Between
Curves.
two curve. Yeah, between two curve. Okay, bounded by the curve. Bounded by the curve.
Yeah.
That you have to find out. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we decide the R value here? How do we find the R value, the limit of R? Like, it is going from what to what? So we start from the pole, right? We start from the pole.
Yeah.
Pole is origin. So we start from here, right? And we go in any random direction, but it should go through the region, right? It should enter the region. So if we go along this direction, right? Am I inside the region right now?
No.
No. So I'll not notice anything. Like, once I enter the region, I'll start noticing the R value. Now, am I about to enter the region?
Yeah.
So what is R value for that? What that curve in terms of polar? That's basically R is equal to 2 sine theta, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the lower limit is R is equal to 2 sine theta. Now I'll go through the region and I'll start noticing when I about to exit the region. So what is R value when I exit the region?
2, right?
2. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So what about theta here? The outer limit must be for theta, right? Because the outer integral is d theta, so that should match up with the variable outside of the for outer integral. So theta is equal to, what is the lower limit of theta?
Oh,
We'll start
should
from
it be 0 pi?
0
0
to
to pi by 2, right?
Oh,
Pi by 2.
0 to
yeah. 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 Yeah.
makes
Or
sense.
0
0 to pi by
by
2, because see, we go
Yeah.
along, we
First
start from we
first
start from 0 degree. Have I entered the region now?
Yeah.
I'm about to enter the region. Look at that red curve. Okay, so I'll start noticing theta. I'll start noticing theta. So theta is 0, right? Theta is 0. Then I'll go along the region until I just cover the whole region. So theta is equal to 0 to pi by 2. Make sense?
Yeah.
So theta is equal to 0 to pi by 2. R is equal to 2 sine theta 2. R is equal to 2 for the given surface. So this is how we can like set up the integral in polar coordinate system. Now let's move to the next the topic which I mentioned here, that is volume between two surfaces. Okay, between two surfaces. Okay, so I directly give you the question on this. Then based on the question, will describe the situation. The question is volume below 3x plus 4y plus z is equal to 12 bound by region between x square plus y square is equal to 2x and above xy plane. Okay, volume below 3x plus 4y plus z is equal to 12 bound by region between x square plus y square is equal to 2x and above xy plane. So what is x square plus y square is equal to 2x? Is it cylinder or cone?
It's a cylinder,
Hmm.
What is
right?
that? X square plus y square is equal to
It's
2x
circle.
circle. That's it.
It's a circle,
Yeah,
but when you take the height,
There'll be depth also.
it becomes a
that
cylinder,
becomes
right?
cylinder. That becomes cylinder. I'm asking what is this equation?
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I understood. So x
It's just
square plus y square is equal to 2x. Yeah, I understood that. So x square plus y square is equal to 2x is just a circle, right? When it has certain height, then it will give you a sense of cylinder,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So this is circle of, what is the center of this circle? And radius. Can you convert this in the general form, the general equation of the circle, like we did before?
Yeah. So it'll be
So we
1 comma
yeah,
0, right?
x square minus, yeah, 1 comma 0. Perfect. So x square minus 2x plus 1 plus y square is equal to
Yeah.
plus 1. Okay. So this is x minus 1 the whole square plus y square is equal to 1. Right. Center is at 1 comma 0. Radius is 1. Is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So can we draw this region? Can we draw this region? This is x plane, x axis. This is y axis. The center is at 1 comma 0. Where is 1 comma 0? It's on x axis, right?
X-
So this is 1 comma 0 above xy plane. See, we have to find the region between x square plus y square is equal to 2x, above xy plane, and the below 3x plus 4y plus z is equal to 12. What is that? What is 3x plus 4y plus z is equal to 12?
It's a plane.
It's a plane. Perfect. It's a plane. But is it above? Is it above, like in positive z direction, or it is below the the xy plane, or negative z direction?
It's below.
It's below.
Is minus 12, right? When you get to the other side.
Yeah. So that
Oh,
become
okay.
12 minus 3x plus 4y. Right. How do we get the
Yeah.
surface? How do we find the surface? The surface is in terms of f of x comma y, right? The surface is g is equal to f of x comma y. So how do we get that? So from the given equation, z is equal to 12 minus 3x minus 4y. Okay. So is it above xy plane in positive z direction or in negative z direction? So
So I didn't really get what you're trying to say.
what I'm saying, if suppose this is just a second. This is x-axis, this is y, this is x, this is z. So my surface is here, somewhere here, or the below. That's what I am asking.
Won't won't this be won't this be a plane which
Yeah,
is at
that's
90?
that's
So it'll be
plain.
both
Yeah,
above and below.
no, above
We
and
have to
below.
restrict it. We have to restrict it for the above part. We have to restrict for the above part, right?
How
Because
how
it is
how do we get
between
that?
the above XY.
No, that would be decided based on the given region. First, understand. That would be decided based on the given region. The plane could be below. The plane could be in negative z direction. The plane could be in positive z direction. Are you getting that? But what we are interested in,
Yeah.
that is basically the region, the area, the
Hmm.
part above the region. Are you getting that? The part
Yeah, because
above
they
the
have said
region.
above XY plane.
So
Yeah.
we have to draw the region. Are you getting that? We have to draw the region. So my region is r, x square plus y square is equal to 2x, which is nothing but the circle of center 1 comma 0 and radius 1, right? So let me draw that. Okay, so this is the region which is circular, which is nothing but a circle, right? Is our region in first quadrant or in second quadrant, or the whole circle?
First and second.
Perfect. So in the question,
Yeah.
both the whole circle basically.
First and fourth.
First and fourth,
right?
sorry, first and fourth. Yeah, first and fourth. So basically the whole circle, right? Bounded by region between this and the xy. We are already on xy plane, right? You're already on xy plane. And the region between that, so x square plus y square is equal to 2x, is the itself a boundary, itself a circle, right? It has a boundary. Fine. So our region is a circle. Makes sense to you? Our region is the whole circle. Now the surface above it is plane, right? So how do we find whether our surface is in positive z direction or in negative z direction? I'll get in that. So just plug any values, any points within this region. Like we have one point which is 1, 0, which is nothing but the center of this circle, right? If you plug this point here, if you plug that point in the equation of the circle, what is z value? (12 minus 3 into 1 minus 4 into 0). What is that? 12 minus 3, 9.
9.
So positive value. It means it is above, it is in positive z direction basically. So the required surface is the above one. Right? Did you understand this? The logic behind it. If suppose we find the surface below, if we find the surface along negative z direction, I would have to change something in the integral part. What is that? Our volume should be positive. It should not be negative. Like our area, the area within the curve or the area under the curve must be positive. It is not negative. So what we find, for the negative part of the area, we take minus of the integral. Did you remember those concepts?
Yeah.
Can you recollect those stuff that we have already done in IB? If suppose with the area,
Yeah.
is some part of area is below curve, below x-axis like this, what we do? We just do modulus of that, right? Modulus make negative to positive, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it is necessary to find out whether my surface is above z, like in positive z direction or in negative z direction. Are you getting that idea? So for what we are interested in here, the surface may go in negative z direction, but we are interested in for the particular region. We are not interested for the infinite region, right? We are not actually calculating the volume for the infinite region. The volume must be calculated for the finite region, obviously, right? So if the surface may go in negative z direction, but we are interested in for the particular region. So for particular region, the surface is in positive z direction. Are you getting that? So how should we set up our integral now? What is my z? Z is equal to, my surface is z is equal to 12 minus 3x minus 4y. Okay. What is x in polar? What is x in polar? Mano?
R cos theta.
So 3r cos theta minus 4r sin theta, right? So this is my polar surface. So I'll have to write that here. 12 minus 3r cos theta minus 4r sin theta dr d theta. Did I make any mistake here?
Multiply by r, right?
Multiply by r. Okay. So this is my volume. Now the toughest part of this setting of the integral is fixing the limit. Okay, so as we know, the inner integral have limit r is equal to, the outer integral has limit theta is equal to, right? There is a fixed order. This is the advantage over the rectangular coordinate system, right? So that's why we are using polar coordinate system here, because it fixes the order of the variable.
According
Sorry.
without circles, you can't use polar coordinates, right?
Yes, definitely. So you must have the circular region if you are using the polar coordinates. Okay, and if you remember, we have gradually entered the circular region. We had the questions.
Yeah.
Question is circular region. We solved that by using rectangular coordinate system only, but we found that's little trickier because of the order of the integral, right?
Yeah.
Whether it is dx or dy. So you switch that in dy and dx. So that complexity I want to reduce. So that's why we are using polar coordinate system, right? So what is r is equal to? Can you tell me the limit of the inner integral here? What we do to figure out the limit of inner integral? Where should we start? We start from the pole, right? Hmm? Can you tell me the lower limit of r?
Is it 0?
Are you serious? The lower limit is 0. Okay, what is upper limit?
Upper limit is. Oh, sorry. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
See what we do
Upper limit
basically.
1.
1. Okay. See what we do basically. We have a region, right? This is the equation of region. What we do basically, we just right we just convert this region into polar form. So x square plus y square is equal to 2x will be converted into polar form like
R
this. X square plus y square is r square. Very good, Mano. And what is x? X is r cos theta, right?
cos theta, yeah. So r square
So that
is
will
equal
be
to
r is equal
2r.
to 2 cos theta. This is the polar form of the given region, right? Means this
Yeah.
curve represented by r is equal to 2 cos theta. Now what we generally do to figure out the limit, we start from the pole. What is my pole here? The pole is 0, the origin, right? Around which the r revolves. Are you getting that? Around which the r revolves. Hmm? The pole dance, you must know that, right? The pole dance. If you don't know, you will in future you will definitely know that. You are going USA, right? So pole dance. So what is my pole? The pole is origin, right? Around which the my r revolves. Okay. So how to find out the limit? We'll start from origin and I'll enter the region, right? I'll go in the direction. I can go any direction, okay? But I should go along the direction which let me enter the region. Okay, so I'll start from the origin. Hmm? I'll start from the origin. Am I already entered the region? Am I already inside the region if I am on origin?
We are at the border, right? We are at the
No, we are on the region.
periphery.
We are on the region.
Okay.
Right? We are about to enter the region. So that is basically the lower limit. So what is my lower limit then? R is equal to 0. Right? They've said that. But I don't know why.
Nice. Yeah, I was wondering why.
So
So
we
it'll be
are
0 to
yeah
then, right?
0 to what? Now I will enter the region. I'll enter the region and I'll notice once I exit the region. So what is R value for that? That is 2 cos theta. So the upper limit is
2 cos theta.
2 cos theta. Okay. Did you understand the concept properly? Okay. Now, can anybody tell me about theta here? What is the lower and upper limit of theta?
0 is the lower limit
Hmm.
and 2 pi is the upper, I think.
2 pi.
I'm not sure. The full circle.
But we are starting from 0, right? So when you are starting from 0,
we have to start from
so till this from 0 to pi by 2, we have covered the half circle, right? The half circle from 0 to pi by 2. Are you getting that? We have covered the half circle, which is in the first quadrant. Now, if you're this is not this is beyond the region, right? If you are going away from pi by 2, this is not the region. Basically, see, if you understand, if you draw the line here, you are tracing the negative part of the region. Are you getting that?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So it will cancel out the integral.
Yeah.
It will cancel out the integral if you just take 0 to pi by 0 to pi. Positive, see, 0 to 0 to pi is basically this will cover this region also, right? So 0 to pi by 2 is we no need to just complete 0 to 2 pi. We no need to complete the 360 revolution.
Whole circle.
Yeah, the 360 revolution. You can cover the whole region by just tracing from 0 to pi. Are you getting that? So basically, you can do other thing also. Like you can understand this concept by if you are going along 0 to, if your theta is moving from 0 degree to pi by 2, this covers the half circle. This covers the exactly half of the region, right?
So
you directly
this
do twice of this, right? You can directly do twice of this. That will give you the complete region. Are you getting that?
yeah.
And because of the properties
So
of
we had to
definite integral, just a second, Mano. Because of the properties of definite integral, these two will cancel out, and you know that it is going from 0 to pi. So in any ways, you can understand the concept. Now, come on, Mano. What's the doubt?
we are taking 0 to pi base occupying 2 quadrants, right?
Perfect.
If the center was slightly towards left, it was some fraction comma 0, then we'll have to take 0 to 2 pi, right?
No, not like that. There also the things would be repeated. There also no. There also the region would be repeated. We should not repeat the region, right? Otherwise, it will multiply.
Yeah.
It will add on some extra volume to your answer. If exactly the center is at origin, then our limit is 0 to 2 pi. If it is slightly deviated also, then it won't be 0 to 2 pi. Okay, that would be something else depending on the question. So your limit for theta is 0 to pi. Did you understand this?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Mano, Sean? Please verify if you understood it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solve this now. So just do a few of things. Theta is equal to 0 to theta is equal to pi. R is equal to 0 to R is equal to 2 cos theta. 12 R minus 3, not 3, just R square, right? R square bracket 3 cos theta minus plus 4 sin theta dr d theta. If you find difficulty, you can refer the screen. That would be R equal to 0 to so this will be 12 R square by 2, 6 R square minus 1 by 3 R cube, 3 cos theta plus 4 sin theta. R equal to 0 to 2 cos theta d theta. Theta equal to 0 to theta is equal to pi. 2 to the 4, 6 are 24 cos square theta minus 8 by 3 cos cube theta, 3 cos theta plus 4 sin theta d theta. When we plug 0, everything becomes 0. So theta is equal to 0 to theta is equal to pi 24 cos square theta minus 8 cos 4 theta minus 32 by 3 cos cube theta sin theta d theta. Can you do this by GCD?
So I'm trying to solve it.
Yeah, we can solve. Do that. Do that. Done, Sean?
No, Sam, same. I'm trying to solve it.
Minus 32 radians, which is approximately how much?
Minus 32
Minus
radian.
32
Minus 32 radian will be negative value only.
Let me check. Yeah.
Where did you get that?
32 by tan theta, d theta. I got the same. This is right. This is it is still.
This is U sub, right? See, there are three part of this, right? And you guys are three. So you can divide your work. And cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. So 12, 1 plus cos 2 theta. And for 8 cos 4 theta.
4.425.
4,
4.25 radians.
4.25 radians. Okay.
Yeah. I use the direct. I use the solver.
Hmm. That's wrong, I think. Okay. So 8 cos raised to 4 theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2 the whole square. 4 to the 8. 1 plus 2 cos 2 theta plus cos square 2 theta. 2 1 plus 2 cos 2 theta plus 1 plus cos 4 theta by 2. 1 by 4 plus cos 4 theta by 2. Okay. D theta. Have I made any mistake here? That's B part. That's A part. Okay. That's C part. So integration of this is 2 theta plus 2 sine 2 theta 4 sine 2 theta upon 2. So that's basically 2 sine 2 theta plus 1 by 2 1 by 2 theta plus 1 by 4 So 1 by 8 sine 4, 4 4 is 16. It's supposed to be 16. So theta is 0 to pi. So 2 pi 0 0 plus pi by 2 0 0 0 0 0. 2 2 is 4 plus 1 5 pi by 2. So this is the answer of B. Now for A, we have 12 1 plus cos 2 theta. So which is 12 theta plus 12 cos 2 theta. So 12 sine 2 theta upon 2. So this will give you 6 here. 6 0 to pi. So 12 pi 0 minus 0. 12 pi. Okay. Now what about C part of this? 32 by 3 cos cube sine theta. 32 by 3 plus cos cube sine theta, not plus. (32 by 3 cos cube sine theta). 32 by 3. Okay. So we have to integrate this. U sub. So cos theta is equal to u minus sine theta d theta is equal to du. 0 to pi. If theta is equal to 0, u is equal to 1. If theta is equal to pi, u is equal to minus 1. So I'm changing the order here, minus 1 to 1. So that will just eliminate this minus side.
Answers 4 pi.
Yeah, it will be in pi
I'm
only.
getting 4 pi.
So minus 1 to z1 and 32 by 3 u cube du. So that is equal to 32 by 3 u 4 by 4 minus 1 1. 4 8 is 8 by 3. So 8 by 3 1 minus 8 by 3. So that is equal to 16 by 3. Okay. So 12 pi minus 5 by 2. 12 pi minus 5 pi by 2 minus 16 by 3. What did you get? What did you get, Dev?
I got 4 pi. I think I'm missing.
So see, if this 24 cos square theta, let's go one by one here. See, 24 cos square theta can be written as 12 into 1 plus cos 2 theta. Like cos square theta is basically 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2, right? Cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. So 24 by 2 will be like 12.
Right.
So 12 into 1 plus cos 2 theta. So what is the integration of 12? That is 12 theta. Okay. Plus 12 cos 2 theta. So integration of cos 2 theta is sine 2 theta upon 2. Isn't it? So that will be 12 upon 2 sine 2 theta. So which is 6 sine 2 theta. Now apply the limit also, 0 to pi. So it will give you 12 pi plus 6 sine 2 pi. Sine 2 pi is 0. And when you plug 0, everything goes 0, right? So the answer is 12 pi for the first part, right? Now let's check it out, the B part here. The B is 8 cos raised to 4 theta d theta. What is like cos 4 theta is basically cos square theta the whole square, right? Cos square theta the whole square. And what is cos square theta? That cos square theta is 1 plus
1 by 2.
yes. So 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2, right? This is what I have written here. So if I expand this, I'll get this, right? I have taken 4 outside, 2 outside basically. That will come out as 2 square. So 8 by 4 is 2. So that's how I got 2 here, right? And when we expand this, so we'll get 1 plus 2 cos 2 theta plus cos square 2 theta, right? A plus B the whole square. Then 2 is outside already. Yeah. So we have to simplify this part. Cos square 2 theta. So what is cos square 2 theta? That is 1 plus cos 4 theta by 2, right? So I made mistake here. It should be 2 only. 1 plus cos 4 theta by 2, right? So it should be 2 only. Clear? 1 plus cos 4 theta by 2. Okay. So when I multiply this outside 2, I distribute this 2 among all terms. So, and at the same time I am applying the integration also. So the integration of 2 is 2 theta. 2 2s are 4. That become 4. 4 integration of cos 2 theta is sine 2 theta upon 2. So 4 by 2 becomes 2. Right? So 2 sine 2 theta. This is 2 will cancel out. So I should not write half here. That would be just theta. Integration of 1 is theta, right? And cos 4 theta by 2, 2 will cancel out. So integration of cos 4 theta is sine 4 theta by 4. So this should not be there. It should be just 4. Right? Are you guys following here? Like, are you with me here?
Yeah.
Okay. So the integration of cos 4 theta by 2 into 2 cancel out sine 4 theta by 4. Okay. So when we apply limit here, pi, so 2 pi, and this is also pi. So I made mistake there also. It should be just pi. Okay. Because sine 2 sine 2 pi is 0. Sine 4 pi is also 0. When we plug 0, everything goes 0. So it is just
So I
3
think
pi.
8 pi.
It will just,
I think the final answer is pi.
you got 3 pi.
Yeah.
So this is for B. Now we have to solve for C also. This is the C part, right? 32 by 3. If you check, please check the calculation here also. Are we getting 32 by 3? See, 8 by 3 will multiply here. So 4 8s are 32 by 3. Cos cube theta sin theta. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Why, sir? How did you? I didn't get that part.
Which one? I see. We need to multiply. No?
Why?
We need to multiply this term. You have to distribute this term here, right? So then we'll get B and C part here.
Why is there a multiplication?
What will you do here? See here. This
Sorry.
is just.
Yeah.
So
This was the original.
yeah,
And then you
original,
had to
yeah,
multiply.
yeah. So we got the right term there that I was checking out. So this is 32 by 3 cos cube theta sin theta. Now we'll follow the use of technique here. So cos theta is equal to u. Derivative of cos is minus sin theta d theta. That's fine. Du. And when theta is equal to 0, u is equal to 1, right? Because cos 0 is 1. When theta is equal to pi, u is equal to minus 1. Okay. So the limit is now the limit is basically 1 to minus 1. The limit is 1 to minus 1, but we should write the the smaller limit to the higher limit. So it should be written as minus 1 to 1. For that, we have to get rid of this minus sign also. So which minus sign? This one. Okay. So I just skip that minus sign. So sin theta d theta is du 32 by 3 u cube. Yeah, that's right. So 32 by 3 into u raised to 4 by 4, which is the integration of that. Apply the limit 1 and minus 1. 4 8 are 32. 38 by 3. When we plug 1, so
So
you.
I don't I don't think it should be 32 by 3. I think it should be 8 by 3.
Where?
No, but that multiply that 4 also, no? 8 into 4.
I'm not getting why there's a why that 8 is getting multiplied.
Where?
It is
This?
8 because it is 8.
No, I don't know why it's 32 by 3. I'm getting 8 by 3.
But
So when you multiply this inside, we already have 4 over there. So 8 fours are 32 by 3. I am saying here in this step. So we already have 4 there.
Yes.
Did you get your answer there? When you multiply this,
So I think my doubt is from the beginning only.
yeah,
Won't the expression be?
I'm in the beginning here. See,
Can you scroll down?
yeah,
Can you scroll now on top?
I'm in the beginning itself.
Like,
Okay.
hmm. Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do it this way. Meaning, I opened up from the very beginning. But shouldn't that give the same thing?
It should give. It
It
should
will
give.
give the same thing.
But this is the constant. If you're
I thought
integrating with respect to r, this whole part is constant, right? This whole part is constant. So we should
Yeah.
put it in one bracket. Okay, you can check that later, Dev,
Okay.
whether your answer is coming to
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
So we'll get 8 by 3 here when we plug u is equal to 1. So 8 by 3 minus, when we plug minus 1, yeah, so that will also be 8 by 3, not minus 8 by 3. And this will give you 0, right? This will give you 0 because there is even power of u. It's not odd power. So therefore 8 by 3 minus 8 by 3 is 0. This term is cancelled out completely. We got 12 pi minus 3 pi. 12 pi minus 3 pi, which is 9 pi. So this is your final answer.
So I'm getting 8 pi.
8 pi. Just add one more pi. Please check out your calculation mistake. It should be 9 pi. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you will do that later.
Yeah.
Okay. So The next question is, Sean, what did you get? Did you get the right answer?
But halfway through, then I got confused in the integration of the big one, but then he solved it, so then I understood.
Okay. And z is equal to root x square plus y square. So this is here we are basically finding out the volume between two curves. Okay, volume between, what is the first curve here? What is the first curve? What is this?
Sphere.
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 What is this?
Z square is equal to x square. Z square is equal to x square. Y square is...
That's some surface. Okay. Now understand the concept. Okay? That will be some surface. Now understand the concept. This is your xy plane. Now look at on the screen. This is your xy plane. Okay. This is your surface somewhere here. Okay. That is your sphere. Right. This is your surface sphere. And below that we have another surface, which is z is equal to root x square plus y square. Are you getting that? This is one surface. Below that we have another surface. They will intersect somewhere. They will intersect because if we are finding out volume between these two surfaces, they must intersect, right? It should give you the close region. Are you getting that? For which we are finding out the volume, isn't it? This is your sphere, this is your sphere, and this is your second surface. So when they intersect somewhere, it will give you some sense of region. Are you getting? If you, that would be the level curve. Are you getting that? If suppose this is a sphere, the first surface, this is second surface, right? They will intersect somewhere, and that would be nothing but the level curve of the surface. Are you getting that? If you project that level curve on xy plane, that would be your region. See, this is z-axis, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. This is somewhere here your sphere, right? This is first surface. Fine. This is first surface. Below that, you will have other surface, maybe like this. We are finding out the volume between these two surfaces. Are you getting that? It will give you a sense of level curve. See, this is basically the level curve. Are you getting that? This is going along x like this. So you can project this level curve on xy plane to have a better understanding of the region. Are you getting that? Does this make sense to you? Like, this is surface, one surface, this is second surface, they will intersect. If they will intersect, then only we can find out the volume. Here you see to understand this. If they intersect, then only we can find out the volume, right? If they intersect, this will give you the level curve, and that level curve must be projected on xy plane, right? On xy plane, that will give you the sense of region. And why we require region? We require region to provide, to set up the double integral, to provide the upper and lower limit of the integral, right? That's why we require region every single time. So this will be your homework, guys. And yeah, and you have to answer this by before 2 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
After 2 o'clock, I won't read your message. Okay. So now what's our plan? Like enjoyed the whole session? Like I'm talking about from the partial derivative to this multiple integral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the process is very simple. That what you must have understood. The working is very simple, but the concept is really
Yeah.
important. Like the concept is, if you don't understand the concept, what you guys are doing with the process, that does not make sense, right?
Yeah.
So that's my goal. Like I have to explain completely. I have to like you guys should understand the concept completely. That's why the my approach is this way. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the whole
Right.
session from the beginning. Okay, so we stop here and let's plan for the next, like, for the future.